Yeah, those are not wires. Those are actual vacuum hoses. Just so you guys know. I was being rushed on that last little clip that I did. But check it out. I put the intake back in there. And that's what it looks like right now. So everything's good. I'm gonna probably drive it around a few days, see if there's any leaks or anything going on with it. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything together. And I'll show you guys how to put the stuff together. I've never done a turbo setup by myself, so this will all be new for me. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so I got everything set up in my living room, and basically I separated all the stuff. So my exhaust manifold came with all of these right here. The turbo came with all of these gaskets right here and the studs right there. And then we're gonna use this to put it on the threads to harden everything really good. Then my oil feed line is right here. These are all the gaskets and everything it came with. And then my other line, this is all it came with. So basically what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put it all together, turn it into one piece. And my dog is crying. I think she has to go outside. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll continue recording. Okay, so for these, basically what I did was I put the nut on there. The nut was off, but I put it on there. And we're gonna use that nut to tighten it down. Then we're gonna take the nut back off. That way the stud will be in there all the way. It'll be nice and tight. So we're gonna use one of these right here, and basically it's just thread lock, and it's gonna make those studs stay in there and not vibrate off or whatever. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit on there. And then I'm bolting it in, trying to get that stud to go in there. Once it's down there, throw a socket on there and tighten it down. Get the ratchet, tighten it down really good, and do the same thing for this one, and this one. Okay, so I started putting them in, and I did the whole thing with the ratchet, and they go in pretty good, but not all the way how I wanted them to. So I had to use these right here and just grab the very bottom of it really tight, squeeze it as tight as I can with both hands, and turn it. And that's pretty much as far down as it's gonna go. And I put the turbo over it right here. I flipped it and I put it over, and there's lots of thread left, so they're in there pretty good. So I got one more to put in there, and when I was trying to squeeze this thing out, the plug was completely like sealed, like it had dried up in there. So I squeezed and squeezed, and then the fucker just exploded everywhere. So I got this crap everywhere now, but at least it's on the box. So what I'm doing is I'm just dipping it in, shaking it a little, and it's in there. And that's more than enough because it's going to travel up the thread. So I'm putting it there. This lighting is kind of bad. I'm putting it right here. As far as I get. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it again and see how if I can get it really tight. Okay, so I got them all in there. It was a lot harder than what I thought it was going to be to get those studs in there. Sounds kind of funny, but it's true. So basically, this is the top of them. The turbo. This was on here. Remove that plastic cover off. See how nice and clean that is? So this side's kind of filthy right now. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down. And then we're going to put this gasket. We're going to put this gasket like this, facing this way. It's got two sides. It's got the side with the rivet right here, and then the side that got pushed in from the rivet or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna put it like that. I'm gonna put it the other way because the flow is coming from that side this way. It's gonna go right there. First I'm gonna wipe everything down, and then I'll put it on there, and I'll slap that other piece on top. Okay, so I just wiped everything down. Put the gasket on there. Now we're gonna take this one, and the turbo is actually gonna go on this side. Let me see. It's gonna go like this. So we're gonna drop it down like that. Trying to do this with one hand. This thing's pretty heavy. Like that. And it has to go like that because I'll show you guys why, but the exhaust manifold can only go, the downpipe can only go one way. So it can clear the oil pan. So right now what we're gonna do is I got these washers right here, and I got the crush washers, and we're gonna go ahead and put some more of this stuff on all 4 threads. Throw the washer, throw the crush washer, and then throw the nut in.